Welcome back to the channel, guys. Owner Arnes. Today I'm going to talk about how to turn story views into money, okay? And why would I talk about this? Who am I in the first place? And what gives me the ability to talk about this? So in my career on Instagram over the past 4 years, I made around $200,000, okay, in cash in my bank just from stories alone directly, and probably around 2 to 300,000 with stories indirectly. And I'm talking about Instagram stories. So how is that even possible? Okay, let me just share my screen quickly to explain this to you. So my name is Arnes. I run this brand called The Passionate Income and the newsletter The Passionate Income. You can check it out on Instagram. We're reaching around 20 million people per month right now. At the current moment, the page is doing great. It's making great money. By the way, here are a few of my students. Okay, ChatGPT Tricks. Maybe you've seen it. Stay Strong Motivated, Motive Mastery, Mindset Hub, 11 Stoic, Uncover AI, The Fearless Impact, and this is my personal brand. You can check it out. I actually started posting some pretty cool content recently. So I just wanted to introduce myself and tell you like what gives me the ability to talk about this in the first place. But besides that, let's jump into the actual value of the video. So first of all, a lot of people really struggle to convert views into money. And I realized that recently because I've done a few calls with my YouTube viewers, and I realized that most people who are like really into all of this, they're watching YouTube videos and they're trying to kind of do market research and stuff like that. People like that don't really struggle with like how to get views or followers. Like a lot of people actually are pretty good at content just by testing it out, just by scrolling on social media, trying different things, trying to edit and stuff. And they actually do go to like 100,000, 200,000. I mean, I talked with people who got to like 1 million followers just on their own, right? But even at 1 million followers, they think the money will just fall from the sky, which is not the reality, unfortunately, right? And a lot of people don't understand it. They just like start this and they're like, well, if I can get followers, I'll be able to make money somehow. I don't know how. And then they never learn how to make the money and they keep growing and they lose out on so much money because the problem is when you're growing, right? Let's say you're at 100,000 followers right now and you're trying to figure out how to make money, right? You'll keep growing to like 200,000, 300,000. And the fact is, like most of your reach will come when you're growing, right? Once you're growing and you're reaching 50 million people per month, 100 million people per month, like that's when you should be monetizing, not when you already built a huge following. Okay, that's a mistake I made. And I would suggest you starting to monetize when you have like 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers, right? Very early on, so you can actually ride the wave of the growth since you're getting all the traffic to your page, right? So a lot of people don't understand that. So I wanted to preface with that. But how do you actually convert views into money, right? So usually people don't really know how to do it because of a few reasons. So first of all, no understanding of just business, right? Not understanding how business works. They just think, hey, views equal money, which is not true. Not understanding of marketing, branding, sales, funnels, online products, any of that, right? But how have I made, $200,000 directly in cash from stories and more indirectly? And when I say indirectly, what does that mean? Well, it means someone maybe didn't buy directly from my story, but the stories I uploaded kind of led them to taking the action or was a part of the equation, meaning like they're seeing my stories consistently and also they signed up for my email newsletter and they did this and they did that and they receive a bunch of emails from me. They like my content, they see my stories, and they end up buying, for example, from email, right? But one of the factors why they bought something was the fact that they watch my stories every single day, right? So this is how you turn story views into money, okay? It's very simple. I don't want to make it too long. So first of all, consistency. Consistency is number one here in this game. And you probably already know it, but one thing that I realized, coaching over 100 people, just like I showed, getting insane results, honestly, to just people who had no idea how to build a business out of this, and doing it myself over and over again. I realized that a lot of people know that, okay, to go viral, I need to be consistent. But when it comes to monetization, they think something's different. They think they'll post one story or two stories or three stories and they'll just blow up, right? They'll just make so much money. They'll do a launch in 7 days and they'll make incredible amount of money. But the fact is, it's not gonna work like that. I mean, it can work, right? But where does the real money, where does the $200,000 come? Where do these big numbers come from? They come from consistency, right? So just to give you an example, I worked with huge brands like Morning Brew, okay? And you can Google them. They sold for like $75 million back in 2020, right? Or 2021. I worked with them directly, right? Promoting them on my page. And I'll tell you what, like, the best month when working with them was month number 10, okay? And our deal was that I was posting them like once or twice a week on my story, and sometimes implementing it in my posts. So just imagine, people were seeing my posts, my content, my promotions about them for 10 months straight, for 9 months straight. And at month number 10, they were like, okay, I'll subscribe to the free newsletter. Okay, that was the best month in terms of conversions, because they seen enough. They seen the proof. They're like, okay, if he keeps promoting this, if this page keeps promoting that, it's probably worth it because it's working, and they're getting good feedback. So keep that in mind. Consistency is number one, okay? Like when it comes to monetization, it's just like growth on Instagram. You just need to keep it consistent, okay? So I'll give you an example. If you take a look at Passionate Income and my personal brand, I just did a collab post with Passionate Income and my personal brand, and we don't really expect that many followers to come through. And I said maybe like 30 to 50 followers will come through, because all my followers on my personal brand pretty much came from Passionate Income, already. So people who are interested, they already followed. And then we posted that collab. I mean, it did well, but and I don't know, I got like 5 followers, And then I remembered this exact thing, consistency, right? But if people see this like face of mine for the first time, and it says like, follow this guy, he's amazing, people will not react to that, because in our heads, we're accustomed to that already. We're scrolling every single day and we're seeing hundreds of ads on our phone every single day, and it doesn't really click for us until we see it for 7 times. It's a marketing rule. Someone needs to see your ad for 7 times to see the action or buy or whatever. Or there's a 7-hour rule, like someone needs to watch 7 hours of your content to buy something from you. But that's pretty much what I mean by consistency, right? So if I got 5 followers from that collab, even if we reach like 100,000 people, obviously like that's a very bad conversion. But guess what? If I keep doing it over and over and over again, every single day, and people keep seeing my face and my profile and keep seeing that follow, probably after a month or two, it will be converting very well. Just to give you a number of like how much time should you stay consistent by promoting one product or one offer or whatever. Let's say you have a theme page, you're promoting something, you need to promote something at least for 90 days. That's the rule I usually use. Minimum 90 days, that should give you enough data, and you need to push it probably 3 to 4 times a week on your stories, okay? Don't push it every single day. In between, try to post something organic, something nice, something valuable, but don't promote every single day, okay? People get tired of it. It's kind of like spammy, but if you promote, 3-4 times a week, that's good, okay? Another thing that's really important with stories is good call to actions, okay? A lot of people don't know how to write call to actions. They're like, hey, like our newsletter is amazing, or like, oh, this product will change your life. Like, click the link to check it out. No, your call to action should be what benefit, what outcome will they get from being on, pressing on that link. So for example, you're promoting a newsletter. The Passionate Income newsletter is, the lingo is, like get financial literacy. I forgot now, which is funny, but become smarter and embrace. something with improving basically your life. And what I do when I do a call to action on my story, I say, basically become smarter daily in a 3 minute read, right? Like who doesn't want to become smarter in 3 minutes every single day? Or who doesn't want to gain financial literacy 3 times a week with a simple 3 minute read delivered to your inbox, right? That's the kind of call to actions you want to kind of write. And it can work for any product. You might be selling like a course or whatever on content creation, and you can be like, edit the videos like I do. Have the same videos like I do. That's the outcome. Not like, oh, I released this amazing course, blah blah blah. No, your call to action should just intrigue them to click the link or DM you, and then when they're there, you can explain more on the website. Also, number three, kind of point number three here, when it comes to stories, they have to have mass appeal, okay? Mass appeal is extremely important. So what I mean by mass appeal, like you don't want the stories to be like very, 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 very niche down. It should be mass appeal. It should be like a funnel. So probably you've seen this if you follow any like gurus online on Instagram. They'll be like, what phone do you have? First story. And it will be like iPhone or Android, and they'll be able to choose. It's an engagement trick, right? iPhone or Android, they click that. The next story is like, how much time do you spend on your phone per day? And it's like 1 to 2 hours, 3 to 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours. Boom, they click that. The third story is like, would you like to, like, did you know you can make money, by just being on your phone 1 to 2 hours a day and doing, some magic trick? And they're like, yes or no? No. Like the next story is like, okay, if you want to make money on your phone, spending this amount of time, like here's a video I made, free video training, just DM me the word now and I'll send it to you. Boom, that's an interesting call to action with a mass appeal funnel, right? Because the first question is like, hey, what phone do you use? Like iPhone or Android? Like it's such mass appeal, and they kind of funnel it down to their offer. That's how you want to think about it. So it needs to be engaging as well, right? So maximizing the engagement of stories is extremely important. So what I mean by that, adding like stickers, adding polls, adding call to actions to reply back to your story. You want people to engage with your story. If you don't give them an option to engage with something, they're not going to engage with your story. It's simple, right? But if you add some sort of an engagement poll or whatever, people are going to engage with you, right? And also directing people to DMs. That's why Instagram is superior to other platforms right away, because everyone uses Instagram DMs, right? So like why I don't believe in TikTok, well, many reasons, but one of the reasons, no one uses TikTok DMs. You can't really DM people like randomly on TikTok. But on Instagram, once they watch your story, you've probably seen it before, DM me the word something or reply to the story with the word now or with number 9 and I'll send something to you, right? What you do is you just connect ManyChat automation. ManyChat is a tool, the best DM tool basically on Instagram out there. You connect that, and anytime someone DMs you a keyword like now or number 9 or whatever, you can set it to whatever you want. You send like a few messages to them automatically by sending them the freebie, the email newsletter link, whatever you want to, right? So directing them to DMs makes the conversion way higher, right? Because you're not asking them to click the link, fill out information and everything. That would go against their habit of scrolling on social media, right? If someone's watching stories, they just want to see the next story. They don't care about your link, okay? And it's not very likely that they're gonna click the link. So you don't want to interrupt their habit, okay? You want them to keep scrolling, but all you ask is like, DM me. So what they do is they just swipe up, DM you like 3-letter word now, or okay, or whatever, me, like a short word. They press send, and then they can keep scrolling on those stories, and now they have the link in their DMs. So later when they're checking their DMs, they're like, oh, I forgot about this. Let me check this out, okay? Boom. Instead of losing that person who would have scrolled off when it was a link, now you got them because the link is in their DMs, okay? And it's personalized as well. So That's the way you do it. That's the way you turn story views into money. And I've done it over and over and over again. I won't show you the examples in this video specifically because I've done different videos about stories, and I showed the best stories in the world that I did, you know, which got like 200,000 views on one story. So I've done it before on my channel, but I wanted to talk specifically about how you do it, like the framework itself, okay? So if you like the video, leave a like, leave a thumbs up, okay? Comment down below. Also, I have like 1 or 2 spots left more to coach someone, okay? So if you're watching this and you want to hire me as a coach or join my coaching program, where like all these people that I showed you at the beginning of the video were in that program and got these insane results, DM me the word coach, okay, on Instagram at Owner Arnas. I'll see if you're a good fit or not. And keep in mind, I only have like 1 or 2 spots left now. It's not like some stupid scarcity. Like literally I have 1 or 2 spots because we only work with 25 people at the same time. So keep it up, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next one.